Everyone, and welcome to this session today. Today I'll be talking about fear of the unknown or uncertainties. What is the fear of unknown? What are the causes? How would you know what are the symptoms? The health risk and how to manage the fear of uncertainty or the fear of unknown. Human needs. We want to have certainty. We want to know what to expect, what is coming, because it gives us comfort in knowing that one thing or the other will be coming up. But on the other hand, if we are not sure, if we are not certain, if we don't know what is coming up, it leaves us worrying because we don't know whether what we are expecting we will actually get it and whether it will come on time. So just so many other questions that come with it. But the thing with uncertainty is that it gives us variety, because just imagine if you know how your everyday life will look like, then you might not be motivated to do things because you know that the things will just be the way you want them to be. But if they change, you'll have a variety. So now it comes to the fear of uncertainty, because when you don't know, you don't have a peace of mind. And then all those worries keep coming up. What causes the fear of uncertainty? The first is we cannot predict what we are expecting. We cannot predict when we will have what we want to have or what we want to do. So we just keep thinking because we cannot be specific on what we really want because we are not sure we'll have it. The lack of control. You don't have control because you don't know, so you don't know. So then how will you have control? It's really difficult, and that's one of the things that keeps you thinking and thinking, because you think even to things that don't even exist because you are not sure. The other one is not knowing what will happen. You just keep on worrying because are you going to have it? Are you not going to have it? What is going to happen? Just all so much mixture of thoughts, and that really keeps you thinking, and you fear that you don't even know what's coming up. So that is the uncertainty. So then what are the symptoms? You have fast heartbeat because you are thinking that fear. You don't know what actually is coming up. You have your breathing will be impacted. It will be shallow or quick. You feel your muscles tense. Your body might be shaking. You might be sweating because you are overthinking about things. You might feel that you are a weakness. Sometimes you might exaggerate or you might catastrophize what that thing is. For instance, if, say, you are expecting, let's say, a delivery that you need it on a certain time, and say the postage company is not updating you on when it will come, or they might have informed you given an estimated time, but at that time the delivery has not come, you'll be worrying because you'll start thinking, what has happened? Did they post it? Just thinking many different things. And then it might get to the point where you start thinking that probably the order was wrong, or if it was for you to go to say an occasion, you might start thinking, oh, the parcel has not arrived, which means going to the meeting or to the occasion will be ruined and things like that. So you make it massive when it is not the way that you are thinking, because it's that fear. You don't know what is going on, so you just worry and worry and worry. So then, what are the health risks with this fear of uncertainty of the unknown? Because you keep thinking about the same thing but with different ideas regularly, you keep your mind active and it's on the negative side. So the worries increases, and it increases your stress, increases anxiety and fear-related disorders. It can lead to depression. It can lead you to, or you can decide to take unhealthy coping strategies. You might tend to take in alcohol or drugs just to feel calm. But then when you take it over and over, or when you use it as the only coping strategy, then it will become problematic because you might become addicted to drugs, alcohol, sex, just to get your mind off things. It might also lead to eating disorders. Sometimes you hear of comfort eating. When you are in that state of negativity, you might want to eat. It's not that you really need the food, but it's just a way to keep your body busy and to get your mind off things. So you eat or you don't eat. So that is where the aspect of eating disorder comes in. And then another one is OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder, where you have that fear of germs. People tend to wash their hands several times a day because they fear that they have the germs, because they don't know what will happen. Again, is that uncertainty? Not sure. So they develop this, or they can develop the OCD. They wash their hands. Sometimes they wash their hands to the extent that their hands can even peel. And the worst part is how it impacts on their quality of lives. Sometimes they might have that routine of, say, locking the door and checking, locking and checking. And it will take them so much time to do that routine. So it's just a variety of different things that they do. One other thing for the OCD is they want to put things in order. In order. So that one again is a coping strategy. How then can you manage with this fear of uncertainty or unknown? The thing is, question yourself on the assumptions, because there are beliefs that you have. So question yourself, to what extent are the beliefs you hold about that thing logical? How true is it? So you need to question yourself seriously to understand. It might not feel comfortable, but when you do it, you might start saying that, oh, this one is not really the way I was thinking. But you need to be honest to yourself, because it is easy for you to come up with those excuses that, no, it is not that way you are thinking, or it is the way you are thinking. You want to justify that the false way of thinking is correct. So you need to be honest to yourself when questioning yourself. Another question is, what are your thinking patterns? Sometimes we go through this roller coaster of thinking. You start thinking small, just like I talked about the package that you ordered. It starts small, but then when you are in a negative cycle, your thinking is narrow, and you think from one negative idea to the next, and before you realize it, it's gone so big. So it's for you to think about your thinking pattern. Again, is to question yourself. Why? Where are those thoughts coming from? What is the trigger for you to think the way you are thinking? And look for evidence to justify whatever you are thinking. How is this negative thinking impacting on your life? Because that's a massive one. How is it impacting on your life? Because it could be on your health, like the health symptoms, the health risk and the symptoms that I indicated earlier. If you have that regular fear and it impacts on your health, then you need to take action, because your health is going to get so complicated. Find out more information on what you are not certain about. I'll go back to the example of the post, the parcel. If you placed an order and you are expecting it on a certain time and it's not arrived, you might think of texting or sending an email or a text message or contacting either the postal service or the where you bought the thing from the shop. So just find out, try to make contacts instead of just worrying and worrying, because just think about it. If you keep on worrying, it will not solve the problem or you won't get a solution. Whereas if you try to make contacts, they might tell you that the parcel is on its way. Though sometimes you might not get the information that you want at the time you want it. Sometimes it's for you to try whatever you can. Sometimes they have like online chat services that you can find out, but regardless, it might be something else, not just the parcel. Find out more information about what you are not certain about, and then you make a decision. Then the third one is do activities to keep you grounded, so you can calm down and relax. Try to live in the present. Forget about the things that have passed. Forget about the things that are yet to happen. Focus on the here and now, because that one will give you appreciation. You'll be able to appreciate what you have at that time instead of focusing your attention either at the past or the future. Then the next one is think of how to manage your stress by developing healthy coping strategies. You might want to do regular physical and mental exercises, like go for a walk, go for a jog, go for running, go to the gym, do like puzzles for the mental exercises to keep yourself busy and active and get your mind off that thing that you worry about. Have regular rest and enough rest. Sometimes we go to sleep. We spend so many hours in bed, but we are not rested because we don't sleep proper sleep. We worry, we think about one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So at the end of, say in the morning when you wake up, you feel really, really tired because you have been thinking about other things. Ensure that you eat healthy meals and regularly. If you can have a good meal routine, stick to it. Develop a good bedtime routine. Go to bed at a certain time. Make sure you have enough sleep. The other one is develop a good relationship with yourself. It is common for people to be very, very harsh to themselves. Say, if you are not sure of when things are going to happen, you will beat up yourself because you feel guilty that probably you have done something that you didn't even do. So we are so harsh to ourselves. So recognize that and show yourself that love, that you did what you had to do. Now, those things are out of your control. Improve your relationship with other people around you, like family, friends, or colleagues. And then with your environment. Be mindful, be in the present. You can do meditation just to have quiet time to recollect your thinking. And then the last one I'll talk about is talk to someone that you trust. Sometimes in a family, you might have someone that you trust that you can say everything to. On the other hand, you might be in a family, but you don't have anyone to talk to. There are people outside. If you don't feel comfortable talking to anyone in your family, you can talk to someone outside of your family, just anyone you trust, anyone you can feel confident or comfortable to talk about your experiences. So those are the points that I just wanted to explain how you can manage with the fear of the unknown or uncertainties. So for what we've covered today is, what is the fear of unknown or uncertainties, the causes, the symptoms, and the health risk, and how you can manage the fear of the unknown. So I hope you have gathered some useful information today, and thank you for watching. You can share the video to those who find the information useful, and if you want more, send me a message and I'll get back to you so we can discuss more. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again next week for another discussion on fear. Thank you so much and have a blessed evening. Bye bye.